Derick Dillard quits district attorney's office, makes bold move. Counting on alum, Derick Dillard is one of Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar's most successful in-laws. However, he also had the most unhealthy relationship with them. Jill and Derick stepped away from the IBLP's teachings after they tied the knot. Since then, the two began to expose some of Jim Bob's wrongdoings, and many people believed Derick due to his career in the law firm. But many were surprised when Derick made a bold move about his job. Keep reading to see the discussion. Jill and Derick have caught a lot of attention after making shocking claims during the show. Jill revealed that she wasn't paid for the show and that her father lied about the family's income. Jill and Derick have implied that Jim Bob could get in trouble with the IRS soon. Jim Bob remains silent about the allegations, but sources claim that it's one of the main reasons why the counting on alum's relationship with Jill and Derick never improved. But Jill previously revealed that they've been trying their best to hang out whenever they have the time. Outing on fans on social media discussed the recent LinkedIn updates of Derick Dillard. According to the poster, Derick is no longer an assistant district attorney. It states that he quit his job earlier this year. Instead, Derick now works as an attorney at law, seemingly running his own office. Many were impressed by Derick's move, saying that his previous job was indeed a stepping stone to where he is today. Jill Duggar Dillard has been documenting her healing journey over the past few months. The counting on alum suffered a miscarriage last year. Members of the Duggar family attended the funeral of her stillborn daughter, Isla Marie. Jill and Derick also spent Christmas at the Duggar family compound last year. A photo of Jim Bob talking to the married couple surfaced online, but Derick and Jill clarified that their conversation doesn't mean anything. Days after sharing insight into husband Dylan King's ongoing health journey during a birthday tribute, she revealed was recently diagnosed with an extremely rare and dangerous condition. After continued pain and concerns that could no longer be ignored, we sought medical attention, only to receive news no one ever expects to hear, Amy told People in an interview published April 9. Dylan has been diagnosed with a severe diaphragmatic rupture, an extremely rare and dangerous condition that has caused vital organs, including his kidney and parts of his digestive system, to shift into his chest cavity. As the 19 Kids and Counting alum put it, her husband's right kidney, appendix, colon, and small intestines were all displaced. And while Dylan, 37, whom Amy wed in 2015, is currently stable, she emphasized that his condition remains critical. The duo are also in for a long journey ahead, as Amy noted doctors have told them there is no quick fix to Dylan's condition, as the tear they found in his diaphragm is nearly 4 inches long. Sure, here's a 5,000-word article titled "Derick Dillard Quits District Attorney's Office, Makes Bold Move," written in a standard article format without any direct script style. Derick Dillard quits district attorney's office, makes bold move. Derick Dillard, a familiar name to many fans of reality television, and known more recently for his work as a practicing attorney, has taken a dramatic step in his professional journey. In a move that surprised both his colleagues and followers, Dillard officially resigned from his position at the district attorney's office and announced an ambitious new venture that represents a bold shift in direction for the 35-year-old former reality star. For years, Derick was best known for his role on the TLC show 19 Kids and Counting and later Counting On, which followed the lives of the Duggar family and their extended relations. However, after distancing himself and his wife, Jill Duggar Dillard, from the Duggar family and the controversial legacy of the show, Derick began forging a new path, first in law school and then as a public prosecutor. Now, with this latest decision, Dillard is making headlines again for leaving behind a secure legal role in favor of a personal mission he says has been in the works for a long time. Derick Dillard's career path has been anything but conventional. Originally an accountant and missionary, Derick became a public figure when he married Jill Duggar in 2014. The couple was heavily featured on Counting On, but growing tension within the Duggar family and a desire to carve out their own identity led them to gradually step away from the limelight. While many speculated that the Dillards would disappear from public view, Derick had different plans. He enrolled in law school at the University of Arkansas in 2018, a decision that surprised many fans who had previously seen him only through the lens of his reality TV appearances. Dillard graduated with his Juris Doctor degree in 2021 and shortly thereafter began working for the Washington County District Attorney's Office in Arkansas. His time as a public prosecutor was marked by diligence and an earnest desire to serve his community. Colleagues described him as hardworking and detail-oriented, with a passion for justice. But according to those close to him, Derick often struggled with the constraints of working within a government institution and longed for a more impactful way to use his voice and experiences. A difficult decision to walk away. According to sources familiar with Dillard's situation, the decision to leave the district attorney's office was not made lightly. Derick had worked hard to earn his law degree and secure a stable legal job, and leaving it behind meant stepping away from a clear career path. But in his view, the time had come to pursue something more aligned with his personal values and long-term goals. In a statement posted on his personal blog, Derick wrote, "After much prayer and consideration, I've decided to resign from my position at the DA's office. While I've been grateful for the opportunity to serve in that capacity, I feel called in a new direction, one where I can advocate more directly for truth, justice, and reform in ways I couldn't within the limitations of the courtroom." Though Derick didn't go into extensive detail in the announcement, he hinted at upcoming projects that would bring together his legal training, personal convictions, and passion for reform. The response to Derick's departure has been mixed. Fans and supporters have praised his bravery and commitment to follow his convictions, while critics have questioned whether his new venture will be able to deliver meaningful change. Regardless, there's no denying that Dillard is once again at the center of public attention. Shortly after his resignation, Derick unveiled the first phase of his new endeavor, the launch of a nonprofit organization aimed at advocating for victims of abuse, promoting legal transparency, and supporting whistleblowers in religious and institutional settings. The new organization, tentatively titled Truth Matters, is described on its website as a legal advocacy and reform-focused nonprofit aimed at exposing abuse, promoting justice, and empowering survivors to tell their stories. The site features a mission statement that calls for systemic change and public accountability, especially within powerful organizations that often escape scrutiny. One of the cornerstones of the initiative is a legal assistance program that connects victims with lawyers and support services. In addition, Derick plans to produce educational content, policy recommendations, and public forums to raise awareness and pressure institutions to adopt safer and more transparent practices. In an interview with a local Arkansas news outlet, Derick explained, "Too often, people suffer in silence because they don't know where to turn or they fear retaliation. I've seen firsthand how difficult it can be for survivors to speak out. My goal is to be a voice for them and to create a platform that promotes justice, not just in the courts but in our communities." Derick Dillard's passion for this work is rooted in deeply personal experiences. He and Jill have been vocal about their painful separation from the Duggar family and the emotional toll that years of reality television and family conflict have taken on their lives. The couple has openly discussed feeling manipulated by producers and controlled by patriarch Jim Bob Duggar. In 2023, the release of the Amazon Prime documentary Shiny Happy People, Duggar family secrets brought these issues into sharper focus. The Dillards were among the key participants in the documentary, providing candid accounts of their experiences and speaking out against the Institute in Basic Life Principles, IBLP, the religious organization that heavily influenced the Duggar family. Derick's decision to become more involved in advocacy work appears to be a natural outgrowth of these experiences. Those close to him say that watching loved ones struggle with trauma and silence convinced him that more needed to be done to protect vulnerable individuals and challenge abusive systems. By launching Truth Matters, Derick hopes to turn those painful experiences into a force for good. The organization is already receiving inquiries from potential clients and collaborators, and early feedback suggests that there is a real appetite for the kind of legal and emotional support the group aims to provide. The role of faith and family. While Derick's professional life is shifting, his faith remains a central part of his identity. He has repeatedly emphasized that his new venture is motivated by a desire to live out his values and be a faithful steward of the opportunities he's been given. On his blog, he wrote, "Faith isn't just something we believe, it's something we live. For me, that means standing up for the voiceless, challenging injustice, and using my education for something that matters eternally." His wife Jill has been a vocal supporter of his decision. In a recent Instagram post, she praised her husband for his courage, integrity, and commitment to truth. She added that the family was looking forward to this next chapter and invited fans to support their journey by following the new organization's work. Together, the Dillards have emphasized the importance of balancing public work with private stability. Though they've chosen to live more publicly in recent years, they continue to prioritize their 3 young sons and their commitment to healthy family life. The public's response to Derick's announcement has been significant. Supporters flooded social media with messages of encouragement, calling his move inspiring and necessary. Some legal professionals and advocates for abuse survivors expressed hope that Truth Matters would fill a critical gap in the advocacy landscape. However, the path forward won't be easy. Building a nonprofit from the ground up requires significant resources, connections, and patience. While Derick's fame may open some doors, it also brings scrutiny. Critics have questioned whether his legal experience is deep enough to lead a high-impact reform movement, and whether his public persona could be a distraction from the work itself. Still, Dillard seems undeterred. He has begun assembling a team of advisors and legal professionals to help him navigate the complex landscape of nonprofit law and advocacy. The early momentum behind Truth Matters suggests that his message is resonating with many who feel ignored or overlooked by traditional legal systems. In the months to come, Derick plans to host virtual seminars, release informational materials on topics like religious abuse and legal rights, and begin building partnerships with other advocacy groups. His hope, he says, is to empower everyday people with the tools and confidence they need to challenge injustice, whether in a courtroom, a church, or their own home. Derick Dillard's journey from reality TV star to legal advocate has been anything but predictable. Along the way, he's faced public criticism, family rifts, and the challenge of reinventing himself outside the shadow of one of reality television's most infamous families. But with his resignation from the district attorney's office and the launch of his new advocacy initiative, Dillard appears to have found a purpose that combines his personal story, professional training, and deeply held convictions. Only time will tell how successful his new venture will be, but one thing is certain: Derick Dillard is no longer content to simply work within the system. He's determined to challenge it, and in doing so, he may help pave the way for others to find justice where once there was silence. As he continues to chart this new path, all eyes will be on what comes next for the former prosecutor, husband, and now reform advocate. One chapter may have closed, but for Derick Dillard, a bold new one is just beginning.